Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Esther Ndubweze and welcome to Queen Esther's Diaries. On this channel we talk a lot about living in Germany, working in Germany, moving to Germany, living and everything that concerns living in Germany. I post from time to time about my natural hair and everything that I believe will interest you. But on this video I'm going to be sharing with you a couple of weird things that could get you arrested or even get you in trouble in Germany. They are illegal, they are weird, but they are illegal. Before we go forward, we are going to be doing the German word of the day. So today, the German word are two words that are related. One is Das Gesetz and the second one is Das Grundgesetz. Das Gesetz means the law and Das Grundgesetz means the constitution, or what you might just say directly, when you directly translate it, it will mean the basic law. So the constitution of every land is Das Grundgesetz. In Germany, the Grundgesetz is also called Die Verfassung. Die Verfassung. Okay? I'm sure that's pretty much easy. Remember? Das Gesetz for the law, Das Grundgesetz, the basic law or the constitution, or otherwise called Die Verfassung. Let's go. So guys, at the end of this video, I'll be doing another giveaway, guys. This is my giveaway season. So guys, wait till the end of this video. At every premiere for the next few premieres, I'm not going to say when it's going to stop, but for the next couple of premieres I'm going to be doing some giveaway on my channel, so look forward to it at the end of the video. The first weird thing that gets you into trouble in Germany is running out of fuel on the express. Yes, running out of fuel on the express can get you into real trouble and police trouble. Why? Not putting enough fuel in your tank that is enough for the journey you're undertaking is recognized or seen as negligence, because by stopping in the middle of the road or the express, you're actually putting the lives of others in danger. So that habit or that will be seriously frowned upon by the law in Germany and you could be penalized for it. Secondly guys, it is illegal for you to wash your car yourself. Yes, it is illegal for you to wash your car in front of your house or in your yard, even if the yard is part of your own compound. It's like not on the main road, but in your yard it is wrong and it's against the law to do that. Why? Car wash water contains a high level of phosphate which can go ahead to contaminate the drainage system. The normal drainage system does not permit for such kind of dirty water to go through. So you are always going to be advised, or I advise you, if you have a car and you want to wash it in Germany, please take it to the car wash, or you are also allowed to use a water container while washing your car. So there are these like mats that you can drive over and wash your car on them, and while you wash your car it drains the water out to a different place. But when you do that, remember to collect all the water and dispose of properly. Disposing of properly is actually a very ambiguous word for me right now, because throwing it in the normal drainage system is still the problem. So do not throw it in the normal drainage system. In fact, just avoid the whole business. Don't use it. Just take your car to the car wash, or you can as well just wash your car with plain water. I know you've seen movies, car wash events in America where, you know, people are washing cars, students washing cars in public, and you have water like where it looks like all fun. In Germany, that is illegal. Also because it could also destroy the flooring or the ground or the road. It kind of messes it up and makes it look unkept. And the third thing that could get you or put you in police trouble in Germany is the quiet times. So I'll say it in German. It's called die Ruhezeiten. There are times in Germany that are called the Ruhezeiten, where nobody is supposed to be loud. Okay, so we have the Mittagsruhe. Ruhe in German means peace or quiet, or you know peace, quietness. Okay, now so Mittagsruhe is the midday peaceful time, so to speak, which you could also refer to as siesta time. Is between the hours of 1 o'clock, 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. Then you have the Nachtruhe. The Nachtruhe is between the hours of 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. the next morning. And we have the Sonntagsruhe, which is the whole day Sunday. Now, Why do they mean Ruhe? During these times, you're not allowed to do any loud activity. This includes vacuum cleaning your own house, lawn mowing, blending, doing carpentry work. Maybe you're trying to build something in your apartment and you have to use a hammer to hit. Whatever causes noise is not allowed. This even includes music, rehearsing, drumming, every kind of music, even recording music. So if you're a musical artist, or you are a producer, and sometime at night at 2 a.m. you get this inspiration that I know what to do. Trust me guys, you might want to use your phone to record that sound and do the recording later in the day, the next day. Don't do it at night. As for the Mittagsruhe, it is usually contained in your what do you call it? Your rental contract. Good. The Mittagsruhe is almost always contained in your rental contract, and because it is contained there and you sign the dotted lines, your neighbors have the right to report you even to the police or to the landlord or landlady if you break that contract or if you're making noise at that time. As for the Nachtruhe, that is the night peace time between the hours of 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. is actually recommended by law. That means you could get police trouble for playing loud music, having friends over, laughing after the hours of 10 p.m. But if in a case where your neighbors don't really mind and they don't really care and everybody's okay with it, you might get away with all of this. But guys, you are very likely to live close to a German, and Germans like to keep these times really, really peaceful, especially when you're living in the smaller villages and areas that are not very open to young people, or you live among older people. These people are very used to this setting and these arrangements. So when you come into the country and you're like, I could do whatever I like, I could do, they're really going to remind you that you can't do whatever you like. They're going to remind you. So don't do it. I remember I had this colleague that was telling me the story about every time when she will have to, or needs to vacuum clean her room on a Sunday, her neighbor will come to the wall and hit that's Stone-ish, you know, things like that. And he's on his right. He's actually right. She's not allowed to do that. But because we are nurses and sometimes you work throughout the week, you only have maybe the Sunday to do the basic cleaning, and you don't want to live in a dirty house till it is okay for everybody to be happy with you when you're cleaning. You might want to do that on Sunday. So, like I said, this rule could be somewhat ignored, somewhat overlooked in bigger cities, or where you live around younger people, or where you live among your fellow immigrants. Yeah, it could be overlooked. But if you're going to live among Germans, you will have to keep those rules. As for those of us who play piano and drum, there are actually time limits for that, you get, because of how loud music can get during rehearsals. You're allowed to play the keyboard at 2 hours every day, at most 2 hours daily, at most 2 hours a day. So do not rehearse beyond 2 hours. And if you're going to be drumming, also bear in mind that drumming even has a shorter time allocated to it, which is 45 minutes during the summer and up to 90 minutes during winter. I'm not sure why. And also bear in mind that these laws actually hold more around residential areas. If the area where you're going to be making these sounds is an industrial area, it might actually be overlooked and nobody's really going to say anything about it. But if it is in the residential area where people live, you're very likely to get query about it. Number 4 is my favorite one. Not because I ever did it or I feel like it's great, but I just feel like this one surprised me the most actually. So in German, you're not allowed to refer to a policeman with du. Now, if you're learning German, you would have known by now that you can refer to the second person singular, that's the person you're speaking to, second person singular as sie or du, just like you say in English you. So the way you say in English you for anybody, in German you have the sie or du. Sie is for formal situations, and du is for the informal situations. So for instance, you go into a restaurant for the first time, you greet everybody Z. And do, for instance, in your workplace, if you are very informal with your colleagues or your subordinates or whoever you're working with, then you're glad it's normal to say do with them. You can say do with children, yes. But if you're going to show respect, you should use Z. Now, when referring to a policeman in German, you dare not use the word do, because if you do, it will cost you up to 600 euros for using it with them. There are other things that can actually cost you money just talking to them. For instance, using swear words. And this swear word is actually a whole list of swear words that you're not allowed to use with them, and each of them come with a price, and these prices can rank between 15 to 30% of your daily wages. That means it depends on how much money you make. So depending on how much money you make, that percentage is what you'll be paying to them. Like I said, between 15 to 30% of your wages will be your penalty. Guys, sticking out your tongue in public. Actually, in Germany, sticking out your tongue in public to even fellow drivers is a crime, and that person can take the number of your car and sue you to court for sticking out your tongue while you were driving at them. Okay, but to the police, if you do that to the police, the fine is straight up 150 euros. Straight up. You're going to pay for it. And thirdly, sticking out your middle finger as a policeman in Germany will cost you right about the sum of, please give me the drum roll, 4,000 euros. Yes, it costs that much. So in Germany, the policemen are very well respected, are very well revered. So if you see a policeman, please refer to them as Z. Do not use curse words at them. You are allowed to speak with them. You are allowed to even take pictures with them if they let you. They're actually mostly very nice people, but you're not allowed to abuse their niceness. And again, you might say, oh, I'm still learning German, I'm still finding it really difficult to separate my do and Z. So you find yourself saying Z to your friends or Z to your colleagues that expect you to say do, and saying do to your clients that expect you to say Z. Yes, that happened to every one of us while we're learning German. But the way out of this is, if you should or by mistake say do to a policeman, mind you, the policeman has been hearing you talk the whole time, so they could say, oh, this person has a good command of German or not. And also remember, during this process, if the policeman was to sue you for doing that, there will be a lawyer in the conversation, and through all of this, it will also how do I put it? The lawyer will also be able to see that, oh, this happened because you didn't have a good command of German, and that is also okay. But the problem is when you say do just to spite them. That will cost you. Okay, guys? Number 5. For number 5, you are not allowed in Germany to put on protective clothing during a demonstration on the streets or during a protest or a strike. You're not allowed to put on protective clothing. This includes gas masks, bulletproof helmets. If you're not biking, you're not allowed to put on the helmet during a demonstration. You're not allowed to put on anything that says that you're trying to protect yourself. You're not even allowed to stuff yourself up with pillows. Why? It is because during a demonstration, when you dress like that, in German it is referred to as Schutzwaffe. Not Schutzwaffe is what you refer to as protective weapon, and not necessarily protective gears. So protective gears are when you use it on your everyday, but when you're using it during demonstration, it will actually be referred to as protective weapon, and it will also be assumed that you are trying to make it difficult for you to be apprehended by the police if need be. And again, putting on all of that protective clothing is another way to tell people around you that you suspect that something is going to go wrong, you suspect that a riot is coming, and you're protecting yourself. That means you know something other people don't know, and you might want, and you will have to confess as to what you know. So usually demonstrations and strikes and protests are usually very peaceful in Germany. It doesn't matter how big the protest is, whether it's Black Lives Matter or human rights or whatever it is, riots against discriminations or whatever it is, they are usually very peaceful. And when I mean peaceful, I mean peaceful without any kind of fight. And these protests are also overlooked by the police. So during the protest, you will have a couple of policemen or police officers following the group throughout that protest. So if someone is dressing so protective, putting on gas masks and having protective clothing, you're making the people around you feel less protected, feel vulnerable to whatever you think is coming. So in order to avoid that, if you're going to attend any kind of demonstration or protest, just dress normal, no protective clothing, and yes, you won't have any issues. So today I have a giveaway from Roast Market. Roast Market is an online and offline coffee shop. They sell both wholesale and retail, selling all products concerning coffee, from coffee machines to coffee itself. So we have different varieties on different types of coffee that you might want to buy, or coffee machine accessories that you will need for coffee. For this giveaway, we are giving away 10 euros for your next shopping at the Roast Market. To use the coupon code, feel free to visit the website at www.roastmarket.de, do your shopping and put in the coupon code where it is necessary to put it, and make your orders, and that way you are saving 10 euros from your next shopping. Feel free to use it as quickly as you can before the next person gets to it. So guys, while you're enjoying your roast coffee, they really have a lot of assorted stuff that you want to check out. And please do enjoy your coffee, have a lovely day. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share this video. It's been amazing doing these videos for you guys all this while. I love doing it and I hope you enjoy watching it. It's been amazing and I look forward to your support in my next videos. Check out my videos here and there, and we'll see you next week. Bye bye.